Right, enough preamble, let's rumble. First up by chance and first alphabetically by country, we have FameLab Belgium's winner, Hetty Helsmoortel. Now, appropriately for a science communicator, Hetty Helsmoortel is an anagram of let's theorem hotly. And the hot topic Hetty has pursued since childhood is fusing the different worlds of science and theatre. Now a molecular biologist researching childhood leukemia at the University of Ghent, Hetty says she's on a lifelong journey to unite both her passions in one brain. And now with FameLab, she has that extra factor of how to unite them in just 3 minutes. Say hello, Stormy Teeth, that's another anagram, to Hetty Helsmoortel.
Why on earth did they ever allow women to do scientific research? And then she walks over to him and replies firmly but gently with a text that is on page 7. I wrote a Greek tragedy full of scientific mistakes for you. And in the first episode, 2 characters are introduced. The emperor of all diseases and Charles. Episode 2 begins in 1831. A man sails to some islands, he sees beautiful birds there, but he gets the most brilliant idea of the century. And then the evolutionists will come on stage, but from the other side another group is coming because no Greek tragedy without a conflict, and they call themselves creationists. And the 2 groups have such a big fight on the origin of species that they forget that the world is threatened by an enormous climate change. And human beings appeared not so adaptable to climate changes that they all die. But because all the people are dead, also God is dead. So their fight on the origin of species was meaningless, but they will never know. Episode 3 is empty because it actually never existed, but luckily in episode 4 the human race is given another chance. The only thing that's threatening them now is the emperor of all diseases. But no worries, because a lot of money and a lot of research is spent to defeat the emperor. And it is possible, because every lab around the world has a piece of the puzzle. Unfortunately, some people are more worried about their own publication record and about hiding weak evidence that they refuse to share their data. And because the scientific community didn't want to listen to the advocates of open science, the emperor won, and the whole world died of cancer. In everyday life, I'm a childhood cancer researcher. And even after their scientific stories are published, a lot of scientists withhold their raw research results from others. But if you know that 90% of the breakthrough research is not reproducible, 90%, and that kids die because not enough findings make it to the clinic, then you can imagine that not sharing your raw results is immensely delaying what it should really be about, finding a cure for cancer, because sharing is really caring about your patients. You know why they allowed the women? Because they were desperately hoping for some divine intervention to solve the mess they created. Just like a deus ex machina solves all the problems in Greek tragedies. And they believed the rumor that God is a woman. But remember that God was killed in episode 2. So the only way to cure the life sciences is to start a deep and intense debate on sharing data and open science. Thank you.